multicultural. I'm so glad to see all my white people out tonight. But y'all I'm gonna give y'all an assignment. Next time y'all come, I want y'all to learn how to clap. I'm only saying this because I love you. I'm not trying to expose you, but I'm gonna need you to learn next time we sing happy birthday, have it on the right beat and the right rhythm. Is that okay? Y'all still love me? Okay?
Yeah.
Now I want to do something for y'all. I want to take you higher. Don't resist the move of God. Oh, I can see y'all a little bit now. Listen, this next young lady, did you hear what I said, girl?
Oh, you are nice.
Yes, this next young lady, she is coming up for the first time at X-Treme Gospel Comedy. Wait a minute, I ain't heard you yet. Yeah, I know the songwriter said get in a hurry, but my God. Don't you announce me, girl. They ain't ready for me. Let me tell you something. Lady X-Treme already told you that she makes pretzels. I love her already because she makes food. So, chocolate covered pretzels. I do understand she has about 7 flavors. Peppermint, spicy, fiesta, which is kind of Mexican, nachos. But I'm just going to ask you if you could consider us the next time and just have a soul food line and have some macaroni and cheese, cornbread, cold water, hot water, candy yams, preferably. You know, them things will sell in the black industry. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to help you out.
Appreciate that.
And maybe some chitlins. Can you imagine some chitlin pretzels? You gotta put some Frank's hot sauce on them. I love Frank. I don't allow nobody to talk about my Frank. You know how I feel about that. I didn't talk to you about that before. That Louisiana, get rid of that stuff. All that stuff is fake. Frank started it. Frank will... song. Your uncircumcised Philistine. I hate when people interrupt my destiny and my purpose. Is that a gospel song? I'm just teasing. You know when people be in church and their phone go off and they in church now, it go off. I'm talking about saints. Give me the sweetest taboo. I'm like, yes. Whatever happened to going up yonder? I don't want nobody giving me no sweet taboo. That's the problem. You got too much taboo on you. Okay? We're gonna bring up the next comedian. This thing is rolling. Come on up here today like you just won the Price is Right. Give it up for Dad! Y'all. Yeah, I know a Jerry girl when I see one.
Good evening, good evening. Hey, did you guys see the flyer? You know, when I saw this, I thought of a Zesta, because I was the only cracker on the Yes, I went there. Thank you very much. Well, my name is Dismore, and I'm originally from down by Louisville, Kentucky. And I am, woohoo, Louisville. Okay, so when people find that out, they immediately proceed to tell me the joke. Can you tell me the state capital? What is it pronounced? How's it pronounced? Louisville or Louisville? And I'm like, Frankfurt. But it's always the joke they try to tell me. So I am number 10 of 16 kids. Wow. So what do you think's the first question most people ask me when they find that out?
Is it the same Bible?
No. question is always, are you Catholic?
Oh, really?
Yes, they always ask, because if they only have 16, they think, oh, you're Catholic. And I said, no, they were frisky heathens. We were raised Midwestern American heathen. Good news, most of my family is not in prison. Yeah, so growing up in a big family was quite interesting. We had the police visit us fairly often because, 9 boys, they're going to be getting into some kind of trouble, so our house was always one of their first stops. See who was home, who was not, and so on and so forth. But you can always, it's interesting when you're from a big family, just the things that go on, and you realize when your family is so big, and your family is way too big, is when I ran away when I was 6 years old. I was gone for 4 days before they realized I was missing. Best 4 days of my childhood. You realize your family's too big when you're at a family picnic, and all of a sudden one of my sisters goes, wait a minute. I'm like, what? These are not ours. These 2 are not ours. I'm positive. The funny thing was, we'd already fed them. Before anyone noticed. And then out of the woods comes this mother and father. And they're like crying and everything else. They're okay. We have them. They're fed. They're getting ready to have dessert. You're okay. You know your family's too big. When one of my sisters, when I was 24, I'm sitting in a chair and she's sitting on the arm of it, and she looks down at me and she goes, "Your eyes aren't blue." Oh. I'm like, "Lynn, they never have been." "Well, I've never noticed." I said, "Well, that's when you have 16 kids. You just don't notice these things." I've been married to my babe, which I've always called him either my babe, the babe, or babe, for 30 years this past July. Yeah, he's a keeper. I think I'm not going to look. I think I'm going to keep him. Well, we met. I was in a comedy troupe, and Terry was emceeing a big outdoor festival. And it was love at first sight. And he asked me out, and the other two women that he asked out that same night. So he makes a plan for me the first day, the next day, and then a plan for the second girl on the second day, and the third day, the other woman. Of course, I don't know any of this, but he shows up at my apartment, and it's a small apartment, and the door, he knocks at the door. My roommate, she answers the door, and I hear him going, "Yes, is Miss, and he said he saw down on the table an envelope, and he saw Ingle. "Yes, Miss Ingle, is she here?" And my roommate slams the door right in his face. Well, I'm in the other room laughing my head off. I'm thinking this is hysterical. So I decide, and my roommate hollers, "The guy who doesn't even remember your name is here to take you out." And so, like she needed to holler. I mean, here's the living room. Here's the bathroom. Here's my bedroom. Here's the other bedroom. And here's the kitchen. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to go and answer the door. If he's there, it should be pretty funny. So I open the door, and all of a sudden this guy's standing there going, "Hello." I just fall back on the couch and laugh my head off. He's kept me laughing for 30 years. It was a little rough at first. Well, we got married the next year, and we had what we call our honeymoon. I fell unconscious, and which can they'll lead up to so many other jokes. And he brought me back, and I was very sick, did not know it. And we signed wills that week, and our pastor came in, he looked at Claire, and he goes, and I'm thinking he's going to say something, profound or heartwarming or whatever. He goes, how in the world did you wear her out in 3 days? But we made it through that. It was a little rough. And our first Christmas, now, coming from a big family, you shop all year long. And you lay away, and you do all these fun things. And so, Christmas Eve, my babe goes out at 8:35 p.m. to go Christmas shopping. So the next morning, I go into our living room, and the stocking is nice and full. There's lots of presents under the table. Under the tree, and I see that there's nothing in my stocking. And there's one very interesting package. When I say mangled, I'm being nice. The gift wrapping was quite unique to be able to wrap such a mangled box. And I open it up, and the first thing I see is a nice yellow strip of tape that says display. And see, I'm one of those people, I don't leave anything to your imagination. You will know how I feel. A lot of times, you don't even have to ask me. I'm happy to go ahead and let you know how I feel about something. It's a gift. I don't like to brag about it. So, I gave him a list. Said, you can pick something from this list. Surprise me. But this is kind of like, this is giving you some parameters, this is giving you some suggestions. I want to help you out here. It was not on my list. It was a food processor with 3 missing parts. We move on to my birthday. I decide to give a list, a little more in depth. Very clear. Nothing to the imagination. I opened up my my birthday present, and it is a boombox. Not on the list. I get up the next morning, and I thought, well, I'll get it out and try it out. It's nowhere to be found. So I called the babe up. I said, hey, babe, I'm looking for my boombox. And his response was, well, you didn't seem to really like it, so I thought I'd just bring it to work with me. All I said was, that was my boombox, and I'll be there to pick it up. So I drive over to Louisville, where he worked. I walked in. I gave him the diet gravy sucking pig look. I won't hurt anyone's feelings by doing it for you tonight. I went over, unplugged it, picked it up, and walked out. Christmas comes around. I decide we're going to try this one more time. One more time. I give him the list. I give him suggestions. I make it very clear. Get up Christmas morning. He's gotten me everything on the list. More than redeemed himself. Being in a big family, you have to learn some survival skills, especially when your family puts the fun in dysfunction. Quite fun, quite interesting. But you learn survival skills when you have 9 brothers. And they're always thinking. So one of the survival skills I learned very quickly was how to run fast and jump high. One time I came home and they're standing there and they have a bug. This bug, I've never seen the size of a bug like that. All I know is that I am going to have to run and I am going to have to jump in order to be able to get away from those 5 brothers who were waiting there with cheesy grins and laughing. And I did. I actually have 5 witnesses to the fact that I jumped a 6-foot fence. It's amazing what fear can do. Another thing you have to build in survival when you're from a family of 16 is how to concentrate. In order to hear the TV, and to read, and to eat. Because they're constantly trying to distract you so they can steal your food. And when you're a family of 16, there's not always very much food. So, and you learn how to use a fork really properly. Well, for our family. Maybe not so much for yours. But it kind of works against you when you learn a skill and you then go off to Bible school. And you don't know that you do this. But I'm sitting there in the cafeteria and I'm eating like I always ate when I was at home. And you don't realize. Apparently, a couple of my friends spoke up and said, "Why are you eating like that? We're not going to try to steal your food." I'm like what? And then they all did it. I didn't realize. You gotta understand. And 9 brothers. Hey, the 5 sisters too. They every once in a while would try to. So you learn these survival skills. Oh, the other one, going 1,000 miles away to college. Great survival skill. But I love having a big family, except for when they would come to our house, because my immediate family is about 75, maybe closer to 80, I think. We just keep having babies. So, I guess one of my favorite things about my family is the fact that they just love to give gifts. And I love that. Now, they're not too good on a whole lot of other things, but they do know how to give gifts. And they do know how to give birthday cards. In our family, you do not get 1 birthday card. You get about 4 or 5 from each person, because everybody tries to outdo the other with hysterical birthday cards. And they are so funny, and some of them are like, okay, open this up in the other room. Don't open it up here in front of the kids, and that kind of thing. But I love being married. It's been a blast. We've had so much fun in the years that we have been together, and we keep each other laughing and we keep going. But I want to give a little bit of help out to some of you that might be kind of newly married or haven't been married for very long. I want to give you the benefit of some things that I have learned over these 30 years. Mostly this is meant for you young men. And if you're thinking about getting married, I want to help you out. See, there are some words and phrases that women use that you might not really understand their meaning. The first of these words is fine. Fine. Now that means the argument is ended because she's right and you need to be quiet. 5 minutes. Well, if a woman's getting ready, that actually means a half an hour. But if she's asked for your help around the house and you're watching the game, then 5 minutes is 5 minutes. Nothing. That's the calm before the storm. It means something, and you better be on your toes. Because an argument that begins ends with nothing usually ends with fine. Go ahead. This is not permission. You're taking your life in your hands. Don't do it. That is actually a word. It's a nonverbal statement. And it means that, well, guys, you all typically don't get this. You misunderstand this. This means that she is thinking, why am I standing here talking and arguing with you when I should be doing something else? And you got to understand that if you keep going with her doing the, it will lead to nothing, which will lead to fine. That's okay. Probably one of the most dangerous statements a woman can make to a man. Because it's not okay. If she's standing there thinking ways to get back at you and make you pay for your mistake. Thanks. Oh, she really means thanks. Now don't be shocked and don't faint and just say, you're welcome. However, there is a clause to this. If she says, thanks a lot, pure sarcasm, do not say you're welcome. Because this could end up with a whatever. And the whatever is the kiss of death. And my final one is, oh, don't worry about it, I got it. And this means that she has asked you several times to help with something, and she's just doing it herself. And see, the thing is, you're going to eventually come back and ask her what's wrong, which is going to lead to a nothing, which leads to a fine. Thank you.
Become a part of the family, God change your name. That's Nay-Nay. She came in as Nay. She going out as Nay-Nay. If she stay a little longer, she gonna become Sha-Nay-Nay. She did that, didn't she? She did that thing. It's hard to make your black folks laugh. She did it. I want you to give it up for her. Give her some kind of love. It ain't easy doing this up here, but you did it, girl. You done been doing a lot of things. Y'all been married for 16 years? 30 years.